can get your fill cooking on the grill, or what some like most is a big pot roast. I like beef, so good to eat. Either way, it's a winner, 'cause beef, it's what's for dinner. You got a flank steak, a Swiss steak, a sirloin too, a standing rib roast that's good for you, a cheeseburger, ribeye, or a big porterhouse, or filet mignon melting in your mouth. I like beef, so good to eat.
Well, hi everybody. As you can see from the previous clips, it's beef month. May is beef month.
Yes.
I don't know about you, but now I'm hungry after watching all
I'm
those.
starving. I could go for like a giant steak right now.
Cheeseburger, roast beef, yummy. So, well, we're excited for you guys to be here. Of course, we're Stephanie and Kayler with Ag in the Classroom here in Ellis County Farm Bureau. And Kayler, you made some cool slides, right?
Yeah, just to kind of give the kids a visual of what we're going to be talking about today.
Okay, cool. So we're going to go through those slides and do some narration with you, and we'll be back in a little bit to talk about our project.
Hey guys, so now we're going to go into kind of the basics. We're going to talk about some different breeds of cattle. We're going to talk about the different genders, but we're also going to talk a little bit about beef, as in like the meat itself.
Well, essentially, it's a great protein for us. 3 ounces of beef contains 180 calories and 21 grams of protein.
So now transitioning a little bit from what Steph was talking about with the meat side of it, we're going to talk a little bit about the 2 main kinds of cattle that we have in the U.S. There's a ton of different breeds, a ton of different uses for them, but we mainly have cattle that are raised for meat consumption, which would be like a beef cow, and we also have dairy cows, which are mainly used to produce milk and other dairy goods that we eat on a daily basis. Beef cattle are raised just for meat production. The meat of mature or almost mature cattle is known as beef, and there are 3 main stages: the cow-calf operations, backgrounding, and the feedlot operations.
So let me talk a little bit about dairy, since that's kind of my thing. Dairy cattle produce milk, not necessarily meat. Now, the end product eventually will be meat, but the primary source, or the primary time during their life, they're used to produce milk, which goes into make those great dairy products that we all love: milk, ice cream, butter, cheese, and those different types of dairy products that are also full of protein, and definitely come from cows, but just a different source.
Let's transition into talking about the roles of the cattle. So what we're going to talk about is the female, which is known as the cow. You guys will be pretty familiar with them, as we kind of talk about them a lot. Her job is to not only have the calf, but she also raises it up until the point where it's weaned and transitioned into a different feeding regimen.
So the other important part of the herd would be the bull, or the male. He is going to be the sire of all the calves that are born. So it's really important that we have him around, or we wouldn't be able to have calves. So he plays a very important role in the herd.
Yeah, and when you're also looking at bulls, everybody breeds differently for their operation, but the bull is essentially where you get your growth and size. So when we're talking about beef, we want kind of the biggest animal that can handle the most meat on their body. So that's another way that bulls come into play as well. And finally, we're going to talk about the calf. The calf is the young cow or bull offspring from the female and male. Calves that are heifers or females are normally bred back into the herd to continue to reproduce, while the bulls are sometimes kept a bull, but other times they're castrated and known as steers. Steers cannot reproduce, but they're our main source of beef within the industry, as they have the best weight gain and they're the easiest to handle.
Okay, so now let's get down to talking about the different kinds of breeds of cattle that are raised for beef production here in the United States.
The Hereford cattle is the first breed that we're going to talk about. Herefords are known for their red body and white face. They're a really hardy breed that is very adaptable to the climate that they're in. They're also known for calving ease, having a gentle, kind of docile demeanor, and they also have great carcass quality.
Well, and I think they cross really well with other breeds too, is what I've been told.
Another red type of cow that we're going to talk about is the Red Angus. These cattle are very heat tolerable, which makes them good for areas such as Kansas where it gets super hot. The red breed also breeds red. So anytime that you breed a Red Angus with a Red Angus, you know you're going to get a red calf. They're also very resistant to eye cancer, which is very helpful to people who raise them.
And you do know they come in black, right?
Yes, I know they come in black.
And that's going to transition into our next herd or our next breed, which is the Black Baldy, which is a combination of a Hereford and a Black Angus cow, right?
Yes, so Black Baldies are crossbreeds, but they make amazing mothers. A lot of people that have a cow-calf operation breed for that is because they're such good mamas. They're very docile, they manage to keep themselves very healthy, they live a long time, and they also have a really great growth rate.
So hey, let's talk about one of my favorites, the big white cows called Charolais.
Yeah, so Charolais are actually known for their growth ability. A lot of times you will see people use Charolais for beef because they're such a big animal and they can just handle so much. They're very climate adaptable as well. They're kind of like the Black Baldy where they have really good mothering instincts, but they're also very genetically consistent.
All right, so now let's just talk about the process and simplify how beef happens for us. So a cow will give birth to a calf. The calf usually weighs 60 to 100 pounds. He will stay with the cow, or the calf will stay with the cow till about 5 or 6 months old, and then it will be weaned. From there, it will go to a stocker or grower operation.
Yeah, so the stocker or grower operations is where they take the weaned calf and they transfer it into a feedlot situation or scenario where they essentially learn how to eat on their own and not drink milk from their mother. And so that's about the 6 to 12 month area or age. And then when they get past that and gain a little bit more weight, they will either go to being grass finished or feedlot finished. When they're grass finished, they're going to mainly be on grass. Feedlot finished, however, they will be on a variety of grains, hay, silage, just all the different kinds of forage, which creates a different product essentially.
Okay, and then once the animal has reached the harvest weight, it'll then be taken to the packers where it will be harvested and turned into the beef that we consume, the beef that you buy in the store. Sometimes they'll even have that grass-fed label on it if it's a steer that's been grass-fed. So, and that's kind of the process from start to finish of how we get our delicious beef. So, Kayler, I know that you live on a big ranch, and your boyfriend also has a ranch, and they have lots of cattle. So, tell me how cattle are ID'd.
Yeah, so there's a couple different ways that we ID. We use a couple different brands that go on the hide of the animal. But one of the easiest that we use on our calves is ear tags. So when the calf is born, we put the ear tag in its ear, and that essentially tells us when it was born, who its mother is, because sometimes that's a mess when you're driving through the pasture. And also you can put on there your phone number, just anything that really you want to make it to where people understand that that is your animal. So there's a lot of different colors that tags can come in. There's blue, green, red, yellow, just pretty much anything that you can imagine. There's also companies that create custom cattle tags, so you can get on and put whatever information you want on there. But what I think is kind of funny is that cattle are not the only animals that are identified by ear tags. Pigs, chickens, sheep, goats, even rabbits, they put ear tags in as well,
So now that we're done talking about cattle and identification, I thought it might be fun to share a video with you of Kayler.
No.
Yeah, so Kayler works on a ranch, and when she's not on the ranch, she's here at Fort Hays, and she's practicing for things they do on the ranch. So I hope you enjoyed the video before we finish up today.
Why, you can get your fill cooking on the grill, or what some like most is a big pot roast. I like beef, it's so good to eat. Either way, it's a winner, 'cause beef, it's what's for dinner.
Well, hey, your slides were good.
Thank
and
you.
Full of great information for the students, and we hope
Yeah, I hope you guys learned something. And if you have any questions, feel free to ask your teacher or reach out to us, because beef is a pretty important topic that we talk about.
Yeah, especially here in Kansas and the Midwest.
Yep.
Yeah, beef is an awesome protein
Yes.
for our bodies. So something
And
we
a
really
large
do.
part of the economy too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it makes a lot of money here in Kansas and keeps people employed and whatnot. So yeah, very important. So, what is our main project for everybody? Everybody gets to do the same project.
Yes, so we have a couple different things that you're gonna see. I'm just gonna talk about this really fast. So you
Yay!
guys have completed an entire year of Ag in the Classroom. Crazy to think that we're
know.
done
I
already.
know.
Okay.
I know.
So you will all get a certificate signed by me and Steph, just saying that you guys completed our Ag in the Classroom program, and we are super thankful that your teachers have allowed us to come in and kind of see you guys and be able to teach you a little bit about agriculture. So you all will get one of these. Yeah, so I think, yes.
Yeah, those are kind of cool.
Yes.
I'm proud of you guys. So, okay, and then what is our project?
This is the fun project that you guys get to do. So in the video, we talked a little bit about like identification, branding, and ear tags. So you guys are gonna get to make your own ear tag. And we'll put a couple examples up there, and I can email some examples to your teacher too. But these are gonna come in sheets of 4. So just have your teacher cut out an ear tag for everyone, and then you can use crayons, markers.
I actually
Steph
had like a sticker that
made
I
hers like really professional. She kind of went
stuff.
Yeah.
And every teacher will also get the
a piece
yarn
of string.
to put in there. You'll need to hole punch it.
Yep. This
And so it's an ear tag, but it's going to go around our necks because obviously we can't walk around with an
yeah,
ear,
we have like a little
ear tag
funny, so
on our ears. So we're gonna. It's kind of an ear
Yes.
/ neck tag.
yeah. So
So yeah.
everybody will get one of those. You can put whatever you want on it.
I see you put
Numbers.
your phone number on
I did put
there.
my, sometimes when your cows get out, man, you want to be able for people to be like, hey, Kayler, you have a bunch of cows out. So I can be like, so I can go get them.
Very
But
good.
yeah, you can put pretty much anything on there.
Yeah, I put Farm Lady.
Yeah,
and
yours
Farm
is.
Hero. So
Yeah, that'll look cute in the office too.
Perfect.
Or you could put it on a cow, I guess, if you really wanted to. But
yeah.
so yeah, that's our main project for you guys. If you have any questions, reach out to us. We're gonna be emailing the teachers. Everybody should have gotten the email, I think, by now.
By now.
But,
So everybody's got it.
so yeah,
And there's also going to be a snack
a
with
really good snack.
really good snack.
I think it's like the best snack that we've had.
Just because it's beef.
I
and we
know,
love beef.
I know.
So everybody will get a snack that has some beef in it, which is awesome. And we have to thank the Beef Checkoff.
Yeah, we really want to give a shout out to the Kansas Beef Council for supplying us with some of your guys' activities and also your snack for this month. Because beef is so important to Kansas, they wanted to help us out and kind of get their name out there with you guys. So we are super thankful that they
Very
chose to help us.
Thank
so
you. Well, as we wrap up the end of this video, guys, we are so glad you were with us this whole year. Maybe we'll see you next year. Remember, when you eat today,
thank a farmer.
especially a hamburger or steak.
Yes.
Make sure you thank a farmer or rancher. God bless America, and we'll see you when? Next time on Ag in the Classroom.
Way down in Texas where the coyotes sing, all the cowboys know that the longhorn's king. I like beef, yeah, it's so good to eat. Why, you can get your fill cooking on the grill, or what some like most is a big pot roast. I like beef, so good to eat. Either way, it's a winner, 'cause beef, it's what's for dinner.